Councillors and visitors, please remember to switch your electronic devices to silent. Welcome everybody, and a special welcome tonight to Leah and Honey Migdale, who are joining us to watch Suzanne Migdale get sworn in as Deputy Mayor. And also welcome to all those viewers at home watching the meeting via the live stream. If I could ask you all please to be upstanding, and Deputy Mayor-elect Suzanne Migdale, could you please read the opening prayer?
Almighty God, we ask you to guide us in all our discussions to show goodness, honesty, understanding and wisdom in all that we undertake to do. May we respect each other's views at all times, and we ask all of this in your name.
Amen. Councillor Criado, could you please read the acknowledgement of country?
On behalf of councillors, we would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, on which this meeting is taking place, and show our respect for elders, past, present and emerging.
Thank you. You can all take your seats. Thank you. Before we begin, a reminder that recording of the meeting is prohibited unless prior approval has been granted. That brings us to the official opening. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare the special council meeting of the 7th of November 2023 open at 6:31 p.m. And it is a very special council meeting tonight, and the first order of business is to swear in the new Deputy Mayor. For those who joined us last week would have seen that Councillor Migdale was unable to be here but was elected as the Deputy Mayor. So I will ask Councillor Migdale if you'd like to come forward, and I'll meet you down at the lectern and we'll proceed with the swearing in.
I, Suzanne Migdale, of 105A Hayes Avenue, Yokine, have been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of the City of Stirling. Declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the City of Stirling under Section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Congratulations, Deputy Mayor. Yep. Deputy Mayor Migdale, it was unfortunate you were unable to be with us last week as being unwell, and it was a fantastic occasion to see you elected as this council's Deputy Mayor in an overwhelming result. Can I offer you now the opportunity to stand and make a short speech?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You've had a week to plan it. So.
And I actually didn't know I'd get to say a few words until probably an hour or two ago. I'm extremely honoured that you have chosen me to serve as your Deputy Mayor for the next 2 years. As per my message last week, I look forward to serving this wonderful city under this highly regarded Mayor, amazing council and first-class administration. God willing, I will serve you with humility and to the best of my ability. Those who have worked with me over the last few years will know some of my passions. These include things like improving access to the beachfront for our less mobile citizens, reversing the declining tree canopy, which is now in single digits in some areas, revitalising our commercial areas and improving neighbourhood safety, as I have often said that feeling secure in our community should be a right and not a privilege. That is, of course, not a complete list, and each of us here has key items we wish to advance. As Deputy Mayor, I hope to be able to help advance not only my own passions, but where possible, those of my fellow councillors. Another privilege my new role carries is the citizenship ceremonies. Being from a migrant family myself in this very diverse city, it will be a great honour to welcome new citizens who share the Australian dream and have chosen this city to build it in. Once again, I thank each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and I'm sure as part of this council for the last number of years, you've been very acutely aware of the role the Deputy Mayor plays in that leadership of this council. And big shoes to fill, I might add, with the previous Deputy Mayor here tonight. I know your mum, who's here tonight, Leah, is very proud of you. She often mentions it to me, even when I bump into her in the street putting my signs in the ground during elections. But I also just wanted to mention, with your daughter Honey here, what a great role model to see her mum as part of the leadership of this council. So well done to you. That brings us to item 2, apologies, I have nil. Item 3, approve leave of absence. There are currently no leaves of absence. However, Councillor Lagan, I believe you wish to apply for a leave of absence from the 10th of November to the 2nd of December 2023. Is that correct?
Thank you, Mr Mayor.
And Councillor Ree has sent in and requested a leave of absence from the 7th of November, being tonight, to the 6th of December, inclusive. Councillors, are there any other requests for leave of absence this evening? If not, can I get a mover and a seconder for those leave of absence? Councillor Ferrante, Councillor Thornton, and just a show of hands to accept them, please. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. Any disclosure of interest for this evening? No indication. Public question time. Mr Blanchard, are there any special council questions that have been submitted?
There are none.
Thank you. And that brings on to item 7, the appointment of council committees.
Excuse me, Mr Mayor. I'm guessing a good number of us know or are known to members on the advisory groups. Do we need to declare them if they've only been known to us in our councillor role? That could take some time to be.
Sure. Mr Blanchard?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. It is not a conflict of interest if you know someone in your council role, because you're simply fulfilling your councillor capacity and there's no personal interest involved.
Thanks for checking, councillor. Unless they're a family member, that might be different. Each councillor is entitled to be a member of one of the city's 2 major committees, being the Community and Resources Committee and the Planning and Development Committee, as well as the CEO's Performance Review Committee. For the other committees, if more nominations are received than vacant positions, a secret ballot. Watch out for those bellies, that's right. A secret ballot may be conducted. The order on the ballot paper will be alphabetical and governance officers will prepare and print as we go through this evening the ballot papers and then hand them to councillors. Remember, this evening is not optional preferential voting, it is first past the post. Once councillors receive the ballot paper, select the required number of candidates. For example, if there are 4 vacancies and 6 nominations listed on the ballot, you tick 4 candidates. You don't need to number them, you just tick the 4 you would like to select. The number of vacancies will be shown in bold and we'll work through it as we go through this evening. Governance officers will bring the ballot box around. After the votes are cast, they will be counted and announced by the CEO. We will start with appointments to the City's Committee, the Planning and Development Committee. So the recommendation is that in accordance with the provisions of... So let's work through the names actually first. This will be easy. If I can just call out your ward, and if you can tell me who will be on the planning. I'm assuming co-wards, you've had a chat prior to this. That would make it a lot easier. Good. Balga, who will be on the planning? Councillor Criado. Coastal, Councillor Papard. Double View, Councillor Proud. Hammersley, Councillor Hatton. Sorry, I'll slow down a little. Inglewood, Councillor Judici. Lawley, Deputy Mayor Migdale. Osborne, Councillor Thornton. Well done, councillors. Very good. So the recommendation is that in accordance with the provisions of the Local Government Act, the following elected members are appointed to the P&D Committee, that the ward councillor not assigned be appointed to the member's deputy, and that the ward councillor from the next ward alphabetically who is not a member of the Planning and Development Committee be appointed as the member's second deputy. I don't need to keep reading through all of that. Do I have a mover of that recommendation, please? Move Councillor Kristovich, seconded Councillor Hatton. And just a show of hands to accept those as the Planning and Development Committee. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. That brings us on to 6.2. So we'll just wait for that to get filled out. So, do you want me to read them as we go? Is that, or are you? I think they've got this sorted. They know what they're doing over there. Very good. So just check, make sure we've done all of those right. So Balga, Councillor Dudek, Coastal, Councillor Kristovich, Double View, Councillor Ree, Hammersley, Councillor Perkoff, Inglewood, Councillor Lagan, Lawley, Councillor Ferrante, and Osborne, Councillor Olo. So do I have a mover of this recommendation for Community and Resources? Thank you. Move Councillor Perkoff, seconded Deputy Mayor Migdale. And a show of hands to accept those. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. Chief Executive Officer's Performance Review Committee. Councillors, you're all entitled to, I believe you have the opportunity to opt to not go on, that's correct. So as anyone would not like to be on the Chief Executive Officer's Performance Review, you may remove yourself. If there's no indication, then I will just get a mover of this recommendation. That is, move Councillor Proud, seconded Councillor Kristovich, and a show of hands to accept. That is unanimous, with all councillors being on that. Audit Committee, 6.4. So following, I will obviously nominate to be on the Audit Committee. I'll go around and just put your hand up as I look at you as we go around. I'll call your name out. Councillor Corrado would like to be on audit. No, you can. Anyone can go on it. You just put your hand up as I look at you. Yep. Councillor Dudek would like to be on it. Councillor Ferrante. Councillor Perkoff. Councillor Lagan. Councillor Judici. Yeah, there's enough there if that's who wants to go on it. Councillor Proud. So Councillor Proud, just as the last one. Thank you. Councillors, is there anyone who's missing off that who would like to be on it? No indication. In that case, I'll ask for a mover of this motion, please. Councillor Kristovich, second to Councillor Criada, and just a show of hands to accept the Audit Committee. That is unanimous. Congratulations, councillors. There goes your Monday nights too. The next item of business is the appointment of delegates to the regional councils. And we'll start with item 7.1, the Catalina, used to be Tamala Park, Regional Council. Can I ask for those people who would like to nominate, and then we will deal with how we deal with this. We have the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Migdale. We have Councillor Kristovich. We have Councillor Lagan. Thank you. We have Councillor Perkoff. Are there any nominations? No, I'm just, sorry, I've got Councillor Reid's nominations here, so I'm just double checking as we go through. No. Councillors, there's no more nominations, then I will go straight to number 2. Are there councillors who would like to be an alternate member for this one? So we have 2 nominations for that one, Councillor Ola and Councillor Papard. So what we'll do, we can have 2 alternates. Yep. If there's no other indication, then I'll ask someone move this recommendation. Move Councillor Kristovich, seconded Councillor Ferrante. And a show of hands, please. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. Mindarie Regional Council. Do I have nominations, please? We have Councillor Criado. We have Councillor Dudek. We have Councillor Thornton. We have Councillor Ferrante. We have Councillor Hatton. We have Councillor Proud. And we have Councillor Ree. Is there anyone else who would like to go into the ballot for this? No. So what I propose to do is there's more than the 6, otherwise we could try to deal with it with the other 2 who don't get on, going on as alternates. So we'll deal with this as a vote first, then I'll ask who would like to nominate for alternates following that. So if we can have those ballots prepared, actually, I won't ask for alternates yet because it'll probably depend on who gets on the main one. So pause, have a drink. For those viewers at home, as we go to each of the secret ballots, we will turn the live stream off because it is a secret ballot, and unfortunately the live stream is so good you can pretty well see the colour of the ink they're using on their ballots underneath you. So we bid you goodbye for a short while and we'll come back as we announce who is on the committee. now. Thank you. Welcome to those viewers at home who've joined us. We have conducted a secret ballot. All councillors in attendance voted. The 4 members of the Mindarie Regional Council are 1, Councillor Criado, 2, Councillor Ferrante, 3, Councillor Hatton, 4, Councillor Proud. I will now ask those councillors who would like to be considered as an alternate member on Mindarie, noting that this is different than the other one. There is only one alternate member, and each time that alternate is required, one of the 4 sitting members must notify council, and we must then have a council vote to endorse them to actually attend as an alternate. So that's just a reminder for those 4 sitting councillors that it's good to give us notice with this one. So if you would like to nominate as the alternate member for Mindarie, could you please indicate? Councillor Thornton. Yep, I'm just waiting. Councillor Dudek. I will also, I think it would be the right thing to do to put Councillor Ree in, as she indicated that she wanted to be on Mindarie, and we can't confirm whether she wants to be an alternate or not, so we'll put her in the ballot. Are there any other indications for alternate? If not, if we can get a ballot prepared, please, for those 3. And we bid you farewell once again on the live stream for a short while. back on now. Welcome to those viewers at home. We have just voted for the alternate member of the Mindarie Regional Council who attends if the other 4 members are unable to attend. The councillor appointed as the alternate member is Councillor Dudek. Thank you. So if I can just have a mover now for that recommendation. Councillor Papard, seconded Councillor Kristovich. All those in favour, please. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. That brings us to item 7.3, which is the Metro Inner North Joint Development Assessment Panel, JDAP, as it's otherwise known. So council gets here to nominate 2 members as members of the JDAP panel. We can also nominate 2 councillors as deputy members of the Metro North, who obviously attend if the other councillors can't. The deputies in this case, for those who don't know, do tend to still have a role to play in that you still have to be aware of the potential for you to have to attend a JDAP and may have to recuse yourself from discussing planning issues within the chamber if they're going to be considered before JDAP. Are there any councillors who would like to nominate for JDAP here? Councillor Migdale would like to. Councillor Dudek would like to. Is there any other nominations? If not, can we get maybe a couple of nominations as deputies? Councillor Papard? Anyone else? Councillor Olo? Thank you. Councillor Ree would also like to. Sorry, it was an oversight, so we will deal with that as a quick election prior. As an alternate or primary? Oh, she wanted to be on JDAP, so we'll deal with that as a primary. So if I can have some ballots prepared for Councillor Migdale, Councillor Dudek and Councillor Ree. And if we can switch off the live stream. Sorry to keep doing this to you, those viewers at home. apology everyone, we went through two separate votes there for the members of the JDAP and also the deputy members of the JDAP. The nominations have now been voted on, so we have Councillor Migdale and Councillor Dudek as the councillors as members, and we have Councillor Olo and Councillor Papard as the deputy members. So if I can have a mover of the recommendation now, Councillor Lagan, and seconded Councillor Migdale, and just a show of hands to accept those. That is unanimous. Congratulations. And well done, because some of these committees, there's a significant workload on councillors, so well done for stepping up. It brings us to item 7.4, which is the councillors, which is the North West Regional Road subgroup. Yes. Okay. Is there anyone who'd like to nominate for this one? Councillor Proud normally will fight you for this one. Councillor Olo would like to be nominated. Is that? It's. I'm not going to read the report for you, councillors. It's in there. Councillor Proud has nominated. Is there anyone else who'd like to nominate? If not, can I have someone move that recommendation? Moved. Councillor Ferrante, seconded Councillor Olo. Well done, Councillor Proud. Oh, sorry, everyone, a vote. That is unanimous. Thank you. Yeah. That brings us to item 7.5, the West Australian Local Government Association North Metropolitan Zone Committee. Councillors, the North Metropolitan Zone is one of the most significant WALGA subcommittees. It obviously is the northern suburbs, but it involves three of the largest councils in the state. So ourselves, Wanneroo and Joondalup, we each have 4 representatives on there. Those 4 representatives obviously bring issues from WALGA and back to council to discuss with councillors and officers, but also take our viewpoint as a council to the North Zone as a subgroup. The agreement between the 3, because there are 3 equal representations, is that between each 4 they then have a nomination who goes as state councillor. And the whole of North Zone votes on the 3 state councillors, but has always been that 1 from each council. So that is something for those 4 people to decide who their representative on state council who sits on that 26-member board is after this. There is also 2 deputies. They will be in attendance or be asked to go to North Zone if one of those members can't go. So, here we go. Who would like to nominate for WALGA? We have Councillor Proud. We have Councillor Lagan. We have Councillor Ferrante. We have Councillor Dudek. We have Councillor Ree. Are there any other nominations for WALGA? Councillor Hatton. Are there any other nominations for WALGA? No other? Councillor Proud. Proud. Councillor Purgolf. Are we all done? Are we all, did anyone watch the block? I feel like the block. Are we all done? Are we all silent? I'm going to see some chatter, so I'm just making sure. Yes. It's up to you. We can either do it. I think let's keep it clean as we've done all night. So let's do it as a vote for this one first. So that is close. So if we can have those ballots prepared. I think they're being done as we speak. And then we'll deal with the 3 who don't get on as the 2 deputies. Thank you to those viewers at home. Sorry, it's probably not the ideal meeting to be viewing on live stream this evening. I can confirm the two deputies are Councillor Hatton and Councillor Perkov. So I'll now ask for a recommendation that the following councillors be appointed as delegates and deputy delegates for North Metropolitan Zone Committee. Move Councillor Papard, second to Councillor Lagan, and a show of hands, councillors, to accept those. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. Item 7.6, the Scarborough Land Redevelopment Committee. Councillors, anyone can nominate for this one. Be aware, this is a vacancy that's been created as Councillor Sandri resigned from council, whilst we have taken back planning control of the Scarborough environment area. There are still, I think, 5 or 6 live applications. The Minister has 2. I might have exaggerated there. Two live applications, apologies. The Minister still has requested a delegate to be on here. It's not for us to decide tonight who that delegate is. We just have to put some names forward and the Minister will decide. So it's an easy one for us. Oh, good, I got that right. That's good, thanks. Councillor Papard would like to be on it. Councillor Kristovich would like to be appointed. Is there anyone else who'd like to? As I said, it's the Minister who chooses, so it's... Councillor Thornton? That's enough, unless you really want it. I think three's enough of a choice. Let's not make the Minister's job too hard. Right, can I have a recommendation for those councillors to be sent to the Minister? Good. Councillor Ferrante has moved, Councillor Giudice is seconded, and a show of hands to accept. That is unanimous. Thanks, councillors. Well done. That brings us to item 8, appointment to working groups. The first one of these is item 8.1, Local Emergency Management Committee. There is a recommendation there. Can we have a mover of a motion? Thank you. Move Councillor Proud, seconded Councillor Olo. Councillor Ree has requested to be on this one. Mr. Quirk, can you provide some advice?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, the LEMP handbook has actually been reviewed by the state government, and it does recommend that the chairperson of the LEMP is an elected member. So it is preferable for the committee to be primarily made up of the agencies. The handbook references only one elected member, which is what the terms of reference now reference. So that's why only one elected member has been proposed for this committee. Also important to note the feedback we've received from all of the various agencies that are part of that committee is that they do have a preference for it to be the mayor, so that there is a clear line of communication from council to WAPOL, DFES and all of those key agencies.
Thank you. So we have a mover, Councillor Proud, seconded Councillor Olo. A show of hands to accept those. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. We go on to item 8.2, the City of Stirling Crime Prevention Advisory Group. So we have 4 members who will be appointed to this. I'm just going to check. Is this one that it doesn't matter if there's... It doesn't matter. So if you'd like to nominate, you can all go along. What I do ask those, just put your hands down for a sec. We'll come back to you. Councillors, if I can say it as politely as possible, in my experience with the workload of council, when I walk past some of these committees, I rarely see 4 councillors in there. So there is a workload. It's extra nights. I'm happy to take as many nominations, but it is courtesy if you are going to nominate for these that you do attend as many of those meetings as possible. So if you have time, please indicate now and I'll put your name down. Doesn't matter if there's 6 or 7 of you if you want. Councillor Proud, Councillor Hatton, Councillor Perkov, that's all right, Councillor Lagan, Councillor Giudice? Councillor Criado? Sure. No. I wouldn't, I can check, I wouldn't think, if you either, yeah. It's either you're on them or you're not, yeah. Councillor Dudek? Yeah, it comes to the members though. Councillor, there's no point in just attending these if you're not a member of the committee, so, yeah. Yep. So we have Councillor Proud, Councillor Hatton, Councillor Perkoff, Councillor Lagan, Councillor Giudice, Councillor Corrado, Councillor Dudek. Are there any nominations for this? Attendance will be published quarterly in the Audit Committee, and I will mover of this recommendation to accept those 7 nominations. Move Councillor Hatton, seconded Councillor Thornton, and a show of hands, please, councillors. That is unanimous to accept all of those. Item 8.3, which is the City of Stirling Road Safety Advisory Group. Same deal, I'm guessing. So we have Councillor Proud. We have Councillor Migdale.
Can I add something here?
Yes, you may, if it's going to help us get some nominations.
The Road Safety Advisory Group meeting starts at 2 o'clock, goes to roughly 4 o'clock every second month. The reason we have put it earlier instead of 5 or 5:30 is because the earlier time slot allows for a main roads representative and waypole representative. Once we go 5 o'clock or after, you can count those 2 out. They are of value to the Road Safety Advisory Group, so consider that.
Thank you. I'll nominate, in that case, if it's daytime hours, I'll nominate Councillor Kristovich. And only because I know in the last months leading into the elections, he was very concerned about the road safety in his area and put quite a few nominations up. So I'll put the mayor is way too busy for this. And and are there any other nominations? Councillor.
What about yourself?
Three is fine if that's all we got. Okay, can I have a mover of this recommendation, please, to accept Councillor Perkoff, seconded Councillor Olo, and a show of hands? That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. Item 8.4, the City of Stirling Environment Advisory Group. Can we have nominations for this one? We have Councillor Hatton. Thank you. Councillor Perkoff. Councillor Thornton. Councillor Giudice. There you go, you've got 4 now. It would have probably been because people nominated. Right. Is it about the other part? About that's the appointment of the community members, which comes afterwards. So we'll deal with that separately. Is that all right? Is that your question? Yep. So let's get the councillors sorted on this. We go through the other part with the appointed people. Thank you. Councillor Proud, are you indicating you want to be on it? Or are you moving the motion? Okay, Councillor Proud is moving the recommendation. Councillor Kristovich has seconded that for those 4 members. A show of hands, please, councillors. That is unanimous. Thank you. Well done. Congratulations. We got through all the appointment to the working groups of the City of Stirling. For those viewers at home, if you're wondering, there does seem like a lot of committees. It's a very large and diverse role for councillors. These are just the ones that are actually determined by council. There's a lot of other sort of small working groups and informal groups that councillors get involved in. So it's a very significant workload. That brings to item 9, which is the appointment of community and specialist members. We need to go behind closed doors for these so that we obviously protect those community members' privacy. So I will ask, first of all, I'm assuming we're going behind closed doors. Is that right? Are we discussing any of the?
I'm happy to move them all in block as they are, but unless you want to extract one,
I'm aware
it's
that
up to you.
no. So let's not go behind closed doors yet. What I will do before we get a mover of motion is allow a question, because I know Councillor Thornton has a query regarding one. So let's deal with that so we don't mess it up. So Councillor Thornton, if you'd like. No, I don't think it's. Just remember, you can't mention people's names.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge the good work that the officers have done to put together, you know, a collection of these names. I understand it can be laborious at times. Well, the process can be laborious. I just want to mention that a previous process that we used to use was to collaborate with the officers. The councillors used to collaborate with the officers to choose the candidates for the environmental advisory group. And this way, I believe, is the collaborative effort is, you know, it produces a better and more democratic spread of people. For instance, we decided that we wanted to have a good ward spread of candidates representing, you know, our local area. We wanted to have diversity, so we weren't picking, you know, people who had professional qualifications in the environment. We had more mum and dads, you know, people who are passionate about the environment. And I just noted one of the applicants, an important question.
So let's stop there, just so we don't cross any boundaries. So let's just.
I'm just wondering.
And I understand what you're asking. Yep. So can I, from directors, maybe get some feedback in terms of has that process been used in the past, and why isn't it being used this time? Would that be Mr. Blanchard?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The process this year is the same as in previous years. The nominations were called for, they were presented to the groups themselves, and in this instance the Environment Advisory Group, and then presented to the executive team for endorsing a recommendation to council. The only time that process has been different in the past is where we haven't had enough nominees to fill the vacant positions, and we've had to re-advertise. But the process this year is exactly the same as it has been in the past.
All right, so if I can ask another question now. So following on from Councillor Thornton's question, if these are all endorsed and the councillors who are elected to that particular advisory group want to bring in extra people or more skill sets, is that something that can happen just through the process of these particular working groups or committees?
It would, Mr. Mayor, depend on whether it was someone just on an ad hoc basis or a new member. A new member would come back to the council for endorsement, or if it was someone just ad hoc to provide expertise, then that could be done on a case-by-case basis. Sure.
So going from that, so we don't get into too much detail tonight, can I suggest, if obviously councillors have most councillors have been involved in one or more of these committees, so you understand what they are, and you've read the recommendation, how we can deal with this. If there's a particular one that someone has concerns with and would like further discussions with officers, because we probably won't deal with those nominations tonight and be able to go through each person, etc. What we can do is pull that one out, do the full recommendation, and then put a procedural on that one and bring it back to the next council meeting, give the councillors time from that committee to have a chat to officers. Would that suit you? Okay, so you'd like to, I'm assuming it's number 5 then, the environmental. Yeah, so if we can just take that out of the recommendation, and is that the only one, councillor, that you'd like to? Yeah, which is fine. I think it's a good process. It's an easy way to do it. It gives us time. There's no hurry. It's only 2 weeks. So I'll ask councillors to move a recommendation.
I have a question.
Sure.
Just with the accessing and inclusion and the cycling, does an elected member sit on each of those?
No, I don't believe they do, Mr.
And that's not necessary, right?
No, it's not required.
Okay.
So we'll ask for a recommendation now to endorse those community representatives. Councillor Proud, seconded Councillor Lagan, and a show of hands noting that.
This is in block, right?
Yep, all in block, noting the environmental has been removed. That's it. That is unanimous. And then Councillor Thornton would like to move a procedural motion. that the community representatives for the environment group, there it is, environment, sorry, I was just getting my notes, yeah, Environment Advisory Group is held.
Sorry, why don't we go behind closed doors and discuss that one right now?
Because I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's for all councillors. I think it's easier to take it offline and talk to officers.
Okay.
It's only, there's no point in councillors going through everyone's CV tonight and trying to work it out. I think it's not, there's no rush, but there's no rush. So Councillor Thornton, seconded Councillor Perkoff, that this comes back to the next council meeting. Any members of that environmental advisory group, the director or the managers involved in that group will organise a catch-up and with all those group members and discuss through those issues, and then it can just come back to the next council meeting. Happy with that? Good. So that's a procedural, so I will put that to the vote. That is unanimous. Thank you, councillors. Well done. Councillors, that is all of the committees done. Can I thank you for your enthusiasm and commitment to all of those subcommittees. Can I also thank our governance team for their theatrical showing of the box, obviously their preparation ready for this meeting to be able to do all those votes in such good timing and so efficiently. Thank you. It makes meetings go a lot easier. To those viewers at home, we thank you for your patience in a fairly stilted sort of meeting tonight and bid you goodbye. To those members in the gallery, thank you for attending. And brings to item 10, which is closure of the meeting. Councillors, I declare the meeting closed at 7:42 p.m. Well done.